If you're happy and you know it, do you have a career you love? If you're happy and you know it, do you have a job, a career, a business? The thing that you do to make money, do you absolutely love it? And does it make you happy? Does it light you up? And if not, my question is always, why not? We only live on the planet for a certain period of time. Most people have to earn money. And there's a great question that I always ask. If you were financially free, if you had $1 billion in the bank and you didn't have to go to work, what would you do so that you didn't get bored? Because I think that's the thing that you are most excited about. Most people seem to have a job to pay the bills. They've got a career because that's the mark they got at school, or that's what their parents wanted them to do, or that's what they thought the world wanted them to do. And I, of course, work with a lot of people every single day who have had enough of that. They want to do what they're really passionate about. They want to wake up every day loving the way they make money, and or they've made plenty of money and now they want to do something that they're really excited about. So there's two questions I've got. What do you want to do? Why is that important to you? And those two questions are really important, because once you've got the answers to those two, what do you want and why do you want to do it? Or what do you want to do and why is it important to you? The how is really easy. That's what the Max International Colleges is all about. The how of a successful business, a career that you love, being an exercise professional, being a lawyer, a doctor, a musician, a sports star, athlete, anything that you want to do is possible, even if it hasn't been done before. If it's been done before, of course you can do it. It's just a matter of how, and the how is easy. It's just set a plan and make it happen. I get really excited about the people who come to me and say, I've got an idea, I've got an invention, I've got a creation, I've got something that's never been done before. And I get really excited about that, because if it's going to add massive value to people's lives, of course you're going to have a successful business, or it's going to help your financial security or financial success. But if you're going to add value to the world and you've got an idea or creation or invention, wouldn't it be selfish even to not give it to the world, to keep it to yourself? But of course the challenge there is what other people think. And so many people have shared with me ideas, goals, dreams, inventions, creations. I want to do this, Rowie, but they don't have family support. Somebody told them they couldn't do it. Somebody told them they weren't smart enough. People get told they're too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny, too old, too young, too inexperienced, too experienced, haven't got enough money. There's a whole list of reasons why people don't do what they want to do. And it usually comes from other people. And it might be people that you respect, it might be people that you trust. But here's the really important questions for those people, or to ask yourself about those people. Number one is, would you swap places with the person that's giving you advice? Do they have a career that they love? Are they financially free? Are they waking up every day doing what they love? Is their product, service, invention, creation adding massive value to the world? And if not, do they really have a right to tell you that you can't? Because they're not living what they're telling you that you can't do. So would you swap places with them? Number two is, have they done it before and failed? There's a lot of, and parents in particular, who obviously don't want their children to fail, who may have tried a business or tried a career or tried something and it didn't work. They gave up on it, and to me that's the only definition of failure. Because if you never give up, you can't fail. But if you gave up on something you're passionate about, and then somebody comes to you and says, is it possible to do it? You may tell them you can't do it. Now, it's not that they can't do it, it's just that you didn't do it. So the people that are telling you you can't, is it because either they haven't done it themselves, which means they really have no right to tell you, do they? Because they haven't done it. Or they tried and failed. But it doesn't mean that you're going to fail, it just means that they did. And maybe they failed because they had a dream, they had a goal, they had a what. They might have even had a why they wanted to do it, but they didn't follow through with the how. So I use, for example, becoming a sports star, becoming a musician, becoming a business person. They're three really classic examples. Whether or not you're talented doesn't matter. Whether or not you've got a skill or a God-given gift doesn't matter. You can learn how to do it. You can learn how to sing, you can learn how to play a musical instrument, you can learn how to play a sport, you can learn business. And business is the easy one, because the fundamentals of a successful business, which to me is choose your own hours, be your own boss, decide how much you want to earn, who do you want to work with, when do you want to go on holidays, do you want to be in control of your life? That's the definition of a great business to me. Why would you want to live any other way? And the how of that is really simple. Again, that's what the Max Colleges is all about. As soon as somebody can share with me, I know exactly what I want to do and I know why I want to do it, because you have to have a driving force. It's not just what do you want to do? My next question is always why? Why is this important to you? What's the reason you're going to do it? And of course, that's important because if somebody else wants you to do it, or it's somebody else's goal or dream for you, or you're trying to impress other people, or you just think you should because you've got the talent or skill to do it, then you've got the wrong why. Surely the only why should be because I love it, I'm excited about it, I'm passionate about it, I can't wait to do it. Once you've got the what and the why, the how is really easy. So if you're stuck in a lousy, stinking, rotten job, first of all, why are you there? And usually the answer is because of the money. Well, you can have money, or you can make money, or you can create money. That's the easy thing. And I'll just put it in simple terms. If you spend less than you earn, you can become financially free. So it doesn't matter what you do to do that, as long as whatever you're earning, you're spending less than that and you invest wisely with whatever is left over, you can become financially free. So you don't have to get stuck in a lousy, stinking, rotten job. There are so many people who have been told, again, that you can't because, and there's a big long list of too tall, too short, too fat, too skinny, too old, too young. But there's an example or a beautiful story of thousands of other people that were told the same thing about probably the same goal or dream that you have, and they went and did it anyway. They didn't believe what other people told them. So here's a really interesting question. Why do you tell other people what you want to do or what you're going to do? If you've got a goal or a dream for a career or a business or a sporting goal, or you're an artist or a musician, or you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant, why do we tell other people what we're going to do? Why don't we just go and do it? And then they can observe for themselves that we've done it. Or we wouldn't be telling them what we're going to do, we would be telling them what we have done. And then they can't say, you can't do it, it's not possible, it won't work for you, because you've already done it. And everything that's ever been achieved was once considered impossible. And that's why I'm in the library. The books behind me are all people. And the only books in this library are autobiographies or authorized biographies of successful businesses, successful business people, successful artists, successful sports people, people who were told they couldn't and they did it anyway. So some of them it was feel the fear and do it anyway. Some of them was be criticised and told that it was impossible and they did it anyway. And I will go to the nth degree. There are millions of examples of that. Now there are billions of examples because the world's got 7.5 billion people on it at the moment. That most people don't have a career or business that they love. Most people are stuck in a lousy, stinking, rotten job. Or most people are relying on the government or their family or some form of financial support that isn't themselves. And from a very little girl, and I'm just so thankful for this advice. My parents taught me to work hard, set a goal, and achieve your goal. Believe in yourself, yes, but you can't believe in yourself unless you go and do it. That's where belief comes from. You don't believe in yourself and then go do something. You go do stuff and then you get belief in yourself. And the hard work part and the motivation and the self-discipline, that's something I'm really grateful for because both my parents were very hard workers. They would never take money off the government. They would never ask anybody else for help. They would never ask anybody else for money. And that was drummed into me and I'm so thankful for it. Because it means that I've had to rely on myself. My father taught me the best place to find a helping hand is at the end of your own arm. And it wasn't about getting money or being financially successful. It was always about, I'm going to be, and from 13 years of age for me, it was I'm going to be an exercise professional. Now, I didn't know that's what it was called back then. What I knew was that I was going to inspire people to be healthy, fit and strong because I loved being healthy, fit and strong. That was going to be my career path for the rest of my life. So I started earning money as an exercise professional at 13 years of age, and now as a very old lady, that's all I've ever done. So I would love to, there are millions of examples, but I am certainly one of them. I'm standing here, living, breathing example of, Rowie, you can't do it. You're a woman, you've got blonde hair, you don't have a tertiary education, you come from the wrong area, and I share that passionately because I ran away from home at 15 years of age to one of the lowest socioeconomic suburbs of Sydney, an area called Campbelltown. And people actually said to me, you can't be successful because you come from Campbelltown, a suburb of Sydney in Australia where rich people apparently don't live. But there's opportunity everywhere. There's every reason, and I'll use that as another example. Most of the people in the books behind me, and this is certainly me, were the reason we became successful, the reason we worked hard, the reason we wanted to not be average or ordinary was because we were at rock bottom. Somebody told us we couldn't. Our life was really ordinary, and we said, I don't want to live like that, and I'm not going to live like that. So And the only thing I can say is we worked really hard. Everybody I know that's been successful and financially independently successful, not kids that have inherited money from their parents, not people that have been given stuff. I'm talking about people that are financially free, wealthy, because they've worked really hard. Every single person has done what they're passionate about. They've gotten better and better at it. They've added massive value to the world, and now they are financially free, and they love waking up every day doing what they love, and they always have. That's the reason they became financially free, because they didn't ever have a lousy, stinking, rotten job. They never had a backup plan. They never listened to the people that said that you can't do it. They used the you can't do it as a driving force to go forward. So yes, a lot of people said to me, you can't, Rowie, because you're a woman, because you've got blonde hair, because you come from Campbelltown, because you don't have a university education, you can't do it. And I use those as reasons to drive me forward. I'm sharing that with you because every single day somebody shares their goals with me, very specific goals with me about a business or a career. The Max International College is all about helping people have a career or business that they love. But very few people follow through. Very few people achieve their goals. And I don't understand that, because of course I don't want anybody to have an average, ordinary life. I'm here every day because I want everybody to be healthy, fit and strong. And of course, what's the purpose of the rest of your life if you're weak and unfit and frail and overweight? What's the purpose? Of course, you want to be healthy, fit and strong so you can go and do all the things that you love. So how do I get healthy, fit and strong? How do I have a career or business that I love? How do I become financially free? And how do I have a great relationship with myself and the people in my life? They're the 4 things that I focus on every single day. And the reason for that is there are so many miserable, grumpy people in the world. And is that because they're unfit, unhealthy, out of shape, have a lousy, stinking, rotten job, they're broke or financially challenged, and they have horrible people in their life? All of those or some of those. And I don't want that for anybody. And the how is easy. It's easy to be healthy, fit and strong. It's easy to have a career or business that you love. It's easy to be financially free, and it's very easy to have great relationships. The how is easy. You just need to know what you want and why you want to do it. And the how, whether I can help you and the Max Colleges can help you, or you've got people in your life. And if you haven't got people in your life, the best place to find a helping hand is at the end of your own arm. It's called self-education. Every book behind me is the plan for how to have a successful life. Every single successful person that I know has written a book, and this is how I did it. And all you've got to do is read the book. So what do you want? Why do you want it? And the how is easy. And then you really can live your life to the max every single day.